Welcome to Seminar 2, Orientation to Seminars on How to Write a Doctoral Dissertation, Module 1. Thanks for participating in our dissertation writing seminars. This decision will likely remove the uncertainties and minimize the risks associated with writing the doctoral dissertation, and help you to graduate in a timely manner. Besides, your decision can most definitely fast-track your delayed promotions, career advancements, as well as ensure that you spend more time with your precious family and friends. Let me also take the opportunity to remind you that we do not and will not write your dissertation. We show you how to write it. This seminar covers all the important topics pertaining to a doctoral dissertation that doctoral students normally take for granted. Topics include definition of doctoral dissertation, ethics in dissertation research, components of a doctoral dissertation, development of dissertation manuscript, working with the dissertation committees, length of a dissertation, using style manuals and why they are important, and complexity of writing a doctoral dissertation. Dissertation research and writing are multifaceted. They proceed in complex and unexpected ways, and the result can be unpredictable. Although less than one-half of all doctoral candidates ever get to, quote-unquote, doctor, our job is to get you to earn your doctorate. Your seminar leaders have doctorates and many years of experience helping doctoral students just like you to successfully write their dissertations. They will show you how to complete each chapter of your dissertation and how to succeed in your final dissertation defense. In Seminar 3 to Seminar 9, we will cover all the important activities that you must do to successfully write and defend a doctoral dissertation. But first, what is a doctoral dissertation? A doctoral dissertation is a formal and scholarly document undertaken in the partial fulfillment of the requirements for the doctoral degree. It demonstrates a candidate's ability to conduct original research using appropriate ethical and research procedures. A doctoral dissertation, also commonly called a doctoral thesis, is the final hurdle to earning the doctorate. It presents the author's academic research and findings in a specific format and follows very strict writing, academic, and ethical guidelines. Every student who is engaged in writing a doctoral dissertation must follow the university's dissertation policy. Therefore, please pay attention to the department's dissertation policies or rules, dates, timelines, and deadlines. Dissertation policies are strictly followed. Now, let's start with the fact that dissertation completion rates are extremely low. While most doctoral students do not finish their doctoral programs, it is disheartening to know that the completion rate is below 40% in some disciplines. The biggest hurdle they face is that of writing the dissertation. Many students simply drop out of the program instead of undertaking the task of writing that dissertation. Here are the facts on completion rates for the doctorate. For most doctoral students, completing the academic coursework is usually not the problem. Their biggest challenge is the dissertation writing process. Although they have the academic ability to succeed, less than 25% of doctoral students finish the doctorate in 5 years. Only 45% finish in 7. Overall, attrition in U.S. doctoral degree programs is more than 45%. In Canada, however, about 70% finish in 7 years. In the U.S., attrition is highest in the humanities. Only 12% complete within 5 years. Within 10 years, the completion rate for engineering is 64%, life sciences 63%, social sciences 56%, math and physical sciences 55%, and humanities 49%. You will observe that although still high, the attrition and completion rates are less pertinent in the laboratory sciences. This may be mainly because in these fields, doctoral students usually work in close-knit research teams and directed and funded by the chair's own research programs. In addition, in such fields, there is more group interaction and perhaps more cooperation and conformity in research design. Overall, the attrition rates are high and the completion rates are very poor. And the main reason for this high attrition and poor completion is because students consider a doctoral dissertation as a huge undertaking. And yes, it truly is a great challenge. Dissertation writing is one of the most challenging pieces of work any individual may ever face in his or her lifetime. Even the most talented students find they are often underprepared for the rigorous demands of writing their dissertations. Many suffer for 3, 5, and sometimes even 7 or more years before they finish or drop out. We believe that all doctoral candidates should get a fair opportunity at finishing their dissertations and salvage their enormous sacrifices and huge investments of time and money, and we can help them in that regard. In addition to the realization that dissertation writing is extremely challenging, there are other equally demanding ethical considerations in dissertation research. Although not directly the biggest impediment to completing the doctorate, the role of ethics in completing the doctorate also poses significant challenges for the doctoral student. Research that involves human subjects raises complex ethical, legal, social, and political issues. Research ethics is specifically interested in ethical issues that arise when people are involved as participants in research. Usually, there are 3 objectives in research ethics. 1. To protect human participants. 2. To ensure that research is conducted in a way that serves the best interest of individuals, groups, and society. And 3. To examine specific research activities and projects for their ethical soundness, looking at issues such as the management of risk, protection of confidentiality, and the process of informed consent. All doctoral dissertations must follow very strict ethical guidelines. You and your dissertation chair are responsible for all ethical compliance. Studies involving human subjects must comply with the university's policy on human subjects and must be approved by the Institutional Review Board, usually called the IRB. Remember, you must get IRB approval to collect data for your dissertation. Therefore, please check with your chair to ensure that you are in ethical compliance. Next, you must ensure that you address all the components of a dissertation as prescribed by your department. A dissertation usually includes the following components: the cover page, the page which is presented at the beginning of the dissertation with your name, title of dissertation, and name of university, date, etc. The university has its cover page template which you must use. The abstract, a 1-page summary of the dissertation. Chapter 1 includes the background and purpose, significance of study, statement of the problem, definition of key terms, theoretical framework, research question and/or hypothesis, limitations, delimitations, and assumptions. Chapter 2 is the literature review chapter, usually the longest chapter of a dissertation. Here you review relevant literature and create a narrative that supports the focus of your dissertation. In this section, you will selectively organize the research material, make an outline, write an introduction, use headings and transitions, and write a paper synthesizing the literature. Chapter 3 is the methodology chapter and contains a detailed description of how the study will be conducted. This includes description of research participants, research instruments, research procedure, data collection, and data analysis. Chapter 4 reports the results of your research and is usually called the Analysis of Results chapter. It contains all items related to analyzing and presenting the results of your findings. Here you will create tables and graphs, summarize and report the data, create themes and patterns, apply statistical analysis, and use statistical packages or other applications where applicable. Chapter 5 discusses results and findings of your study, makes inferences, reflections, conclusion, and recommendations. Finally, you end the dissertation with a bibliography and appendices. Appendices usually contain additional information on the topics explored in the body of the dissertation. They can contain lists of research instruments, permissions, tables, graphs, and all related documents which were not included in the body of the dissertation. This ends Module 1 of the Orientation to Dissertation Writing Seminars. In Module 2, we will discuss the role of your dissertation committee and the development of the dissertation manuscript.